Hi everyone and welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be talking about all things powerlifting, weightlifting and CrossFit and how to get into each respective sport. If you head over to British Weightlifting's website on the Start Lifting section, you can find the closest club to you. You can filter this by distance and you can filter it by what the club caters for specifically. After beginning training at your club, you're welcome to participate in competition. So it's £20 a year for membership to British Weightlifting, and each competition, depending on the level, is between £20 and £30. Found on their website, here are the current qualification totals, ranging from the British and University and College Championships all the way up to the British Seniors. The categories on the side are the weight categories for both the male and female lifters, and your respective category is how you qualify for these competitions. Qualifying totals, so you can build your way up to national and even international competitions. So key qualification events include the British University Championships, the English and the British, but you work your way up to these, and their qualifying totals are released every year, so you know exactly what you need to lift to get to these champs. It's a very similar procedure with British powerlifting. So their membership per year is £20, and to enter a competition it's between £20 and £35 depending on the level. However, the only difference between powerlifting and weightlifting is that each bit of equipment you use in powerlifting has to be approved. To see if the equipment you're currently using is on the approved list, simply go onto the IPF website and you'll see the current list of both suppliers and the products which are recommended for competition. As you can see, main suppliers include SBD, A7, Strength Shop, Elico, just to name a few, and it will list specifically the products that you're allowed. You can then go onto the company's website and double check the names of the products to make sure it's going to be approved at competition. For example, on A7's website, this is one of their singlets and it clearly states that it's IPF approved, so you definitely know you can wear this singlet for competition. So before the start of a competition, usually when you're checking your rack height, your bench height, you'll be asked to show your equipment on a table and it'll be checked over to make sure that it's on the IPF approved list. This just makes sure competition's fair across all competitors as you're all wearing a similar piece, if not the same piece of equipment. So British Powerlifting releases their competition calendar and you can see if you need a qualifying total to enter. So you won't need a total for opens, divisionals or just summer or winter events such as those held by South East Powerlifting, but you will need qualifying totals for events such as the British Universities and the English Champs. Here you can see the 2020 and 21 qualifying totals for the British Powerlifting Classic and Equipped Championships. So you can see the age categories. So a junior is an athlete upwards to the age of 23. A sub-junior is an athlete upwards to the age of 18. And it goes on and on to masters. So a lot of people, for example, deadlift shoeless. You can't do this in a competition. The closest thing you can get is the A7 slipper socks, which are very close to the floor. In terms of footwear, that's the most flexible. You can wear trainers, you can wear Vans, you can wear lifting shoes, but that doesn't extend towards singlets, knee wraps, sleeves, wrist wraps. All those have to be by approved suppliers. Another thing to consider, and it's well worth practicing before your first competition, is in powerlifting you have to abide by commands. So for the squat, before you start your lift, you can get set up, you can take your time, but you have to wait until the referee says start. Here you can see a clip from the Kent Barbell Winter Powerlifting competition in which I was the centre referee. You can see someone takes time under the bar, starts the squat when I say, brings the bar back up, and that small pause, he's waiting for me to say rack. If you just walk the bar back in straight away, that's a no lift. Similarly with bench, so one of the key things is that your head has to stay on the bench, your bum has to stay on the bench and your feet have to stay touching the floor. So it will be a no lift if you move any of these things during the lift. And similarly with the squat, the referee will say start. You can have a spotter or you can take it out the rack yourself. You take it out, they wait till the bar's still before you get the start commands. You can then descend the bar slowly to your chest, which is around 2 seconds the pause before the referee says press, you press and then you wait for rack. So One of the main reasons you will get a no lift on bench is for downward movement of the bar. So your last lift is deadlift, and for this you have to wear deadlift socks which just cover your shins. So the main commands here are just start, you have to hold it at the top and you have to push your shoulders through and show that you've extended your
Here are two stills from a deadlift video. The first, you can see that the hips aren't extended through and the shoulders aren't pushed back. This wouldn't be seen as an acceptable lockout. Whilst the second, you can see the chest is forward, the shoulders are back and the hips are through, and this would be given as a legal lift.
Thank you very much for watching today. I hope this has been informative and you feel prepared for your first competition, whenever that may be, whether that's this year or next year, whenever you're ready. Thank you for listening.